What is up, guys, and welcome back to me playing ARK in the Ragnarock single player world here on our Snowflake build, and it's becoming to look a little bit it's becoming to look tech-like. Yeah, very futuristic and modern. Like the Snowflake is kind of fading away from here, but I see we're gonna be bringing that back with our wall and like the outside wall. But for today, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try our best and finish up the build itself. Like we have something going up here. We have our roof that we need to finish, like all our roofs over there, and kind of like the outside as well. So let's just start with one of the triangles. What we need is I didn't prepare for myself, which is always a good thing. So let's just get rid of pretty much everything here. I don't need foundations. I do need walls. I do need railings. I don't need the elevators right now. And what I do need is some metal slopey bits. These two. There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be starting out with one of these over here and just work away from there. We are gonna put these on our bar. We're gonna put these on our bar, and then these come later actually. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna start out in this corner over here, and I don't know exactly which one it is. Apparently it is that one. So we want, I don't think there's different snap points in this one. We want to have this, then a glass wall, then a metal wall, a railing, a metal wall, and another railing. And you're going to see the Y in a sec. So we need to line all these up so they're all on the same snap point. I think this one is on the right snap point. I always kind of like look along that side to make sure it is. So then we can go up here with this and then another railing, and that's all good. So now we can just kind of like fill in this blank. It's not too fancy in this case. It's fancy enough, but like if you do your entire build fancy, then it's gonna look a little cluttered, and I don't think that is something I would like to have in my buildings. I like it to be a little bit structured. So let's place this over here, and then let's do the other side. So that is also like just mirroring that side. We're gonna place slope bit, glass wall, metal wall, railing, metal wall, and railing. And so you can kind of see like there's a doing one thing and then the other, and then the one thing and then the other. Kind of like just trying to vary it up a little bit. Just a really tiny bit, not too much. So then these are glass walls. And then one of these and one of those. And now I think we need to, we need to do some railings here. So this one, so my character is cold. It is very cold. It's kind of surprising how cold these snow lakes, the ice lakes are. The ice lakes are really cold. They're almost colder than the murder snow, which is cold because it murders you. Okay, so from there, we're gonna grab these triangle greenhouse roofs and a triangle glass roof. Glass wall is something that we're gonna need for the connecting corridor, and I can never find it. It's not the ramp, but it is the slope glass roof. So we're gonna start out from our kind of like our main building here, and we're just gonna place 3 metal walls going like this, one going inward, and then one going out again. I think this is correct. I'm not exactly sure on this. It's been a week since I have actually done anything about it. Since I've actually had the time to play ARK even. But you can kind of like just follow the earth shapes and you'll be alright. And so on this side, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of invert the pattern here. So what is glass on the floor here is going to be greenhouse on our roof. And kind of like glass, or what is tech, is going to be glass. So the first row is always the difficult one. If you line up your first row, then you're going to be all happy about it. Let's just start over here. There's so many snap points. Oh my god, there's so many snap points. Come on. You can do this. Hang on, let me change the time here. Time of day. There we go. I think that's the right one. Normally you could place these with the camera, but I think these are the wrong snap points compared to those. No, they kind of look right. We can see. No, they're the wrong one. So we want the one that's on top of the ceiling, not the one that's on top of the wall. That's for consistency's sake. Okay. So that one was a bit harder than I expected it to be. No, why? And this is something that I have a gripe with the S Plus. Like, their models are not exactly aligning. Everything is just a little bit shifted or a little bit off, and I don't know, that kind of makes me a little sad. So then here we go. Crap, I picked up a glass triangle because it placed beneath the triangle. Select model, no sights. There we go. So yeah, guys, how are you kind of like liking the build here? I know what the finished product is gonna look like, and I gotta say, like, it's currently at its awkward stage. Like, any build that you do has kind of like that awkward stage where it looks kind of funny until you start adding like the last piece. I guess this is it for this build right now. The awkward stage is right here. And so we're gonna be placing like these over here, and I mean, if you look at this, especially from like these angles, like this wall over here is super long right now and super flat, which is something I normally don't do. I normally have my features not be flat. That's just something I like. And so we're gonna be adding something there, because I think that could look cool. And then let's see, because I gotta focus a little bit. I need triangles, normal. There are so many structures. There it is. There it is. Okay, so that's gonna be triangles, normal, and then we need the glass ones to face upwards. There we go. No, why? Like so. Okay, so that's in like this little feature. We're gonna be changing up the models for that, so let's just do that now. Actually, let's just change up our models so everything looks the way it should. So we're gonna do a 3 sides. It's either C or D, it is a D. And then the two sides B, and then this one is the C. And we're gonna do that for the other side as well, and the ones up top here. So this is probably D, B, and C. And this one is a D. Okay. That's weird. Let's see. Like so, like this, and like that. And then this one is this is something we're gonna keep. Just change this one to no size, because otherwise it just gets a little cluttered. And we're gonna change these all to, I think this one goes to a 2-side, like so, and this one also goes to a 2-side. And then I already see a mistake that we made. It's not a 2-side A, yeah. So see how, like, this one and the rest is all different? So let's just fix that. Now, this is a case where it snapped weird. Honestly, I like the triangle pieces, but they're so aggravating to work with. So this is a 1 side, and no side, no side, no side, and then 1 side C, 1 side B, 2 sides, and then C, and I think this is gonna be an B. There we go. Okay, so this is kind of what we're getting here for our main 3 sides. We're gonna be, just like all the others, we're gonna be copying that over to all the others, and we're gonna be all happy about it. So then, to close off this wall, now that, like, you gotta have this in place before you close off the wall. That's just a thing. We're gonna be placing like 2 of those railings right there, and then a railing up there. And so now you should, if you did everything in S+, you should be able to take down these walls. Like so. And then we can grab these slope bits, and we're gonna place one there, and then one there, and then you should also be able to place your railings, pick up, like right in between there to fill up that gap. And it's kind of tricky, but it does work, and it kind of gives it a little bit of extra dimension. So what we're going to be looking at, this. I gotta change these two. Just notice, like so. So you have this shape going up, and we have that shape going there, kind of like the V with the catwalk over there to whatever. I don't know actually what this is going to be, but I kind of like it. And that is basically, this is our triangle piece done, which we're gonna be. No, it's not done actually. No, it's not done. It's not done at all yet. Where is it? I'm just kind of assessing because I had a series of walls going this way. Again, guys, they cannot come through now. So we had that series of wall going here where this kind of lip is, and I don't know if I want to add it or not. I kind of feel like leaving it for now. Yeah, guys, you're not gonna get to me. There's a whole wall in between me and you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it actually. Oh boy. All the bad going on outside. Okay, so we're gonna be moving on to whatever this is right here. Hang on, let me do this. Cheat, destroy wild dinos. Bye. Bye. And On this inside here, what I am gonna do, we're gonna be grabbing our tech triangles again. We're gonna be doing a little bit of a pattern, and I think what could look cool is if we use greenhouse triangle ceilings instead of glass. And so we have this area here, and what I'm gonna do is we're gonna be adding something to the top here. And what I think is gonna look cool is if I gotta do this right. I gotta do this right. Because I had a bit of a pattern going on, but I'm kind of blanking on what my pattern was. Hang on, let me just check on my pattern and I'll be back. Okay, so pattern is checked, and here's what you do. You just kind of like fill in a 4-piece triangle over here, a 4-piece triangle in like every of the quarter of the glass ceilings, and then right here you're gonna have another one of those 4-piece triangles. And what is gonna happen is these pieces of like tech are gonna meet in the middle here, and like so. So then you can fill up the rest of this with glass, like so. And that kind of gives you another snowflake theme pattern in your well, kind of like a triangle shaped pattern in your build here. So okay, now I know this kind of doesn't look like much, but we're gonna be kind of making it look pretty. So first of all, we're gonna place tech railings all around. Did I mess up already? How is that one lower? So going all the way around. I cannot see that one. Apparently I could not see it because it was downstairs. There we go. And this is kind of like the most tedious thing ever. Like this, like that, like this, and like that. No. I just saw a beacon out there and I thought it was kind of like your death beacon. Of course it's not your death beacon. Oh, that's weird. Over here, that's the higher snow point. This is kind of like placing railings on ceilings where you have a wall below is kind of the most tedious thing you can do in ARK. That's because there's 2 snap points and ARK just randomly picks one based on what it thinks you want. Okay, so that is now done. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these tech triangle roofs, and we're gonna be going on the edges of our like glass triangle here, and we're gonna be placing it right here. So on this one and on this one, and we're gonna do that for all of them. So just like, come on, like so. Like so, and then on these 2 as well. That's just for our start. And what we're gonna do, and this is something I also did in our RGB base, is we're gonna be extending these out all the way until they like meet each other. So that is kind of like the fiddly bit, is when they meet each other. So we're gonna be doing that one, and then I think this one is gonna meet it. So let's extend this one out. And what this reminds me of, it kind of reminds me of a little bit of a bird's nest idea. And what it does, it kind of brings the middle bit in with the outer bits, with the texture. And I think it just looks pretty. So we're gonna grab this one just to meet up with it. No, why? Like this, like that, and then the last one, which is this one. And I think we're gonna actually complete this build then. If I look at it, we're gonna get pretty close to finishing it. Of course, we also have like the interiors to do and show around a little bit of of how this is gonna be. This is gonna be more of a functional build than a pretty build. Or it is a pretty build. Like the outside is pretty, but the inside is going to be mostly functional, using S+ and all that kind of stuff. And so let's just take a look back at it. So we're going to have like this shape going around here. That is on top of our building, and it kind of distracts you from how wide this piece is, because you have the tendency to look up more than you look to the sides of it. So then, from there, we are gonna be building in 2 layers, which, if I think about it, it's gonna have. Is there a tech double door? Is there a tech double door? That is my question. Double. There is. Ooh, nice. Okay, you get 80 per craft there. That's a little much. So we're gonna pick like one side of this to be our entrance on the top, and we're gonna place 2 of these like right here, and then from there we are gonna. I don't know if I want to place metal there. I think I just want to go greenhouse from here. I think that's going to be good enough. What you could also do is you could do the lower half railings like I did pretty much everywhere, like this like railing, greenhouse railing, but I think just greenhouses would look good enough. I'm gonna actually bring the greenhouses over to my number 2 slot, because that's just way easier building. Nope, you're on the wrong side, buddy. And yeah, like I said, this is kind of like a distraction from what is going on below, but it also adds another layer to your build. Like this upper section is good for displaying your trophies and all that kind of stuff. So these doors are actually the wrong way around. Wow. Okay. And what I did on the other server, or on the server where I have this build placed, is what I kind of brought back the idea of the Rainbow Sheep Alliance. So I tamed 8 sheep and placed them all kind of like in the build. So every top here had a sheep on it. Like there's 3 sheep down below, and then there's 3 sheep over here, and then we're gonna have this second story here. Actually, I'm not gonna place those just now. Like you have not these greenhouse, please. These 2 other stories where you have another set of sheep just being there. And so you have, I think, like 9 sheep in total, and then me being the 10th council member. That's just kind of like something fun. And they all have a different color. So you have basically your Minecraft sheep, which are, I think you have 16 of those. come to think of it. We have 16 Minecraft sheep, which is red, green, blue, and then yellow, magenta, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of them, actually. And I've just been hoarding sheep. Sometimes you gotta. So I think, as a beam is in my face, I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna be picking like one side to be our balcony, which I think is gonna be this one. And then the other ones, we are gonna be making it into viewing windows. So where is my metal? Apparently I ran out of those. I think we're gonna do the lower one in this case. The lower snap point. And did I also run out of greenhouse? Sheesh. Actually, come to think of it, I'm just looking at this right now. I kind of like it. I'm gonna change my design a little. I kind of like it if we kept everything open. So this would be kind of like your flyer area. I mean, design changes happen. Here we go. Like this. And the lower snap point of those. Like that. And then these are just going to be, I think, like this. Okay, so now what we can do is, I see that I missed two of these. Now we can grab these again. So just continue the pattern of below. But instead of making this fully flat, we're gonna be using this triangle piece to go down first, which is also a thing I ran out of. These greenhouses, apparently I didn't run out of them, which you're gonna place right there. I'm surprised that actually snapped right. Like so. Okay, there's gonna be a little bit of an overlap. That's something I always see, is there's always a little bit of a difference between these two snapping. I saw it. Now you're not gonna give it to me? There it is. This one lines up better. Like that, and like this. Okay, so I'm gonna be building up those triangles, like this one, and I'm gonna bring you guys back when that is all done, and show you guys what it looks like. Okay guys, so everything is now done. All three of our sides have been completed, and I gotta say, this is looking pretty awesome. So I've been looking at the time for this episode, and sadly this is gonna be what we're gonna be leaving on. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this build. So far, we're obviously gonna do the outside walls. It needs painting, which I'm also gonna show you guys what our color scheme is going to be for this build. And yeah, we're going to be, I think next episode is going to be the wall. Show you guys how to kind of tie in the theme of this build with the wall and such, because, well, from the top it now doesn't look too much like a snowflake anymore. You kind of can still see the three-part symmetry going on, but it's kind of lacking because of the big triangle. But yeah, if you did enjoy watching me build this, fight the wolves and everything that is around here, currently there aren't any because I dino wiped again. But yeah, if you did enjoy, just hit that like button, give me a comment, just show some love and appreciation for these builds. And if you are trying to kind of like mimic this build or trying to take elements of it, just let me know what kind of elements you kind of like about this build in particular. Uh, it kind of is. I like that. I like having that feedback. So for now, this is gonna be it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.